aging does not have to mean a diminishing of joy and fulfillment. In fact, for many women over 70, life becomes richer, not smaller. Happiness changes shape with age, and today, we will explore 12 habits that the happiest women over 70 practice every day. These habits are grounded in wisdom, psychology, and simple beauty, and they help these women remain emotionally strong, spiritually light, and deeply fulfilled. They start their day with a morning ritual. As women over 50, we often face a range of new challenges, changes in health, fluctuating energy levels, and perhaps even a shift in family dynamics. For many, the beauty of aging lies not in resisting these changes, but in embracing a new rhythm for life. One of the most powerful ways to start this process is by cultivating a morning ritual that gives us grounding and sets the tone for the day ahead. This isn't about complicated routines or rushing through a checklist. It's about carving out a few peaceful moments just for yourself, before the world starts demanding your attention. A morning ritual offers a moment to breathe, center, and connect with the present. In our fast-paced world, especially as we grow older, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by everything that needs to be done. But starting the day with intention allows us to create a sense of control and mindfulness. Imagine this: you wake up, stretch gently, and open the curtains to greet the morning light. The act of opening the blinds isn't just about letting sunlight in, it's about allowing new possibilities to enter your life. You take a deep breath, feeling the cool air on your face, and whisper a few words of gratitude. Perhaps you write down a few intentions for the day, or simply focus on the sensations of being alive, in that moment. These rituals don't need to be long or overly structured. They can be as simple as sitting with a cup of tea or coffee and looking out the window for a few minutes. In fact, these small acts are often the most profound. It's not about perfection or following the latest trends of productivity hacks. It's about finding a practice that makes you feel at peace with yourself. In my own life, I've found that when I make time for these moments, whether it's stretching, breathing, or even enjoying the quiet, I begin the day with a much clearer sense of purpose. The world can wait for just a few minutes while I set my intentions and ground myself. If you're looking for a way to start your mornings with more calm and less rush, try this small practice. No one else needs to know, but you'll feel it in your body and your soul. Starting your day with intention is a gift you give yourself, one that ripples through everything you do. They get fresh air daily. When we think of staying healthy and happy as we age, we often focus on things like diet and exercise. But there's something so simple, so natural, and yet so powerful that often gets overlooked: getting fresh air every day. It might sound too simple to be effective, but let me share with you the surprising truth: nature heals us in ways we can't always explain with words. Even if you're not in the habit of exercising outdoors or going on long hikes, something as simple as stepping outside for 10 minutes can completely shift your mindset. The benefits of fresh air are endless, especially when we're in our 50s and beyond, when our bodies start to feel the weight of time a little more. One of the best things about fresh air is that it's free and readily available. You don't have to drive to a park or sign up for a membership to experience its healing powers. It could be as simple as opening a window wide and letting the breeze come in, or sitting on your porch for a few minutes in the morning. Even a brief walk around the block can work wonders, and here's why. When we step outside into the fresh air, we're not just breathing in oxygen. We're also giving our bodies a chance to receive sunlight, which is crucial for regulating our mood and energy. Vitamin D, which our bodies absorb through the sun, helps strengthen our bones and boosts our serotonin, the feel-good hormone. This means even a 10-minute walk in the morning can lift your mood, make you feel more energetic, and even help you think more clearly throughout the day. Let's be real for a moment. As we grow older, we sometimes start to feel a bit disconnected, whether it's from the physical world around us or from the sense of wonder we once had. But by simply stepping outside and breathing in the fresh air, we reconnect with nature and our own vitality. I've heard countless stories from women in their 50s and 60s who started walking outside daily, and it completely transformed their sense of peace and well-being. Take my dear friend, for instance. After spending years in a routine where her work and responsibilities kept her indoors, she started taking a 10-minute walk around the block each morning. At first, it was just to get some fresh air. But soon, she noticed that her mind felt clearer, her energy was better, and she began looking forward to that daily ritual. Now, she tells me that her morning walk is the best part of her day. You don't need to go far or do anything extravagant. If you have a garden, take a few moments to sit there and watch the flowers sway. If you don't have a garden, sit by the window with a cup of tea and just let the fresh air fill your lungs. It's those simple moments of being present in nature that bring so much peace and clarity. So, if you're not already making time for this habit, I encourage you to do so. Whether it's a few minutes outside in the morning, or just opening your window to feel the breeze, these small acts can have a profound impact on your well-being. The next time you feel stressed or anxious, take a moment to step outside. You'll be amazed at how a little bit of fresh air can reset your mind and refresh your spirit. By focusing on these simple but transformative habits, you can significantly improve your quality of life as you age. They're grounded in real, everyday actions that we can all do, no matter our circumstances. Starting your day with intention and ensuring that you spend time outdoors are not just good habits, they're essential ones for living a vibrant and joyful life, no matter your age. They stay curious and learn something new. As we enter our 50s and beyond, it's easy to believe we know enough. But the happiest women over 70 have a secret: they never stop learning. They keep their minds sharp by staying curious, asking questions, and embracing new experiences. Curiosity is like a spark that ignites creativity and growth, something vital for emotional and cognitive well-being. Learning doesn't have to be about academic achievements or diving into complex subjects. It can be as simple as picking up a new hobby, taking up an online course, or even just watching educational content on YouTube. The brain, like any muscle, thrives on exercise, and continuous learning helps delay cognitive decline. Take, for example, a woman I know who, at 72, decided to learn how to use YouTube. Initially, she felt overwhelmed by the idea of technology, but her curiosity won out. Over time, she discovered a world of cooking videos, travel documentaries, and even watercolor tutorials. What started as a small effort to keep her mind engaged opened up a whole new world of possibilities for her. Her curiosity didn't just keep her brain sharp, it brought new excitement into her daily life. So, instead of letting the years go by with routine, make space for curiosity. Whether it's reading a book, trying a new recipe, or learning a craft, staying curious means that you're always growing. And growth, no matter how small, is what keeps life exciting. They dress with intention. As we age, we may find ourselves slipping into comfort over style, thinking that the latest fashion trends no longer matter. However, one of the happiest women over 50's best-kept secrets is dressing with intention. It's not about impressing others, it's about making yourself feel good and confident. Choosing your clothes with intention is a form of self-care. It's about honoring who you are, right now, with no need for external validation. What you wear affects your mood, your posture, and your confidence. It doesn't matter if you're staying at home, running errands, or meeting friends. Dressing intentionally can change how you move through the world. For instance, I know a woman who, despite her age, makes it a point to wear a beautiful pair of pearl earrings every Sunday, whether she's going out or staying in. This simple gesture is a reminder to herself that she's worth celebrating. She doesn't need a reason to look good. It's a way of honoring herself and acknowledging that each day is worth living fully. Even if you're spending the day at home, ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? It could be cozy and soft, or bold and adventurous. Whatever it is, choose clothes that reflect how you want to feel. Dressing with intention is a way of telling the world, and yourself, I matter. They limit complaining. It's easy to get into the habit of complaining, whether it's about the weather, our health, or the busyness of life. But the happiest women over 70 know that complaining doesn't solve problems, it amplifies them. By focusing on the negative, we can become trapped in a cycle of frustration and disappointment. The key is shifting from a mindset of complaining to one of gratitude. Complaints feed into negativity, while gratitude fosters peace. For example, a friend of mine once realized that every conversation she had started with a complaint. It became a pattern. One day, she consciously made the decision to shift the focus of her conversations. She began to talk about her garden, the birds she saw in her backyard, or a book she was reading. She noticed a change not just in her interactions with others but in her own mood. Gratitude, even in small doses, has the power to transform. The next time you feel the urge to complain, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping me, or just keeping me stuck in negativity? Shift the conversation to something positive. You'll feel lighter, and so will everyone around you. They move their bodies daily. There's a misconception that aging means slowing down. But the happiest women over 70 know the secret: movement is medicine. They don't chase unrealistic fitness goals or try to keep up with younger generations at the gym. Instead, they prioritize gentle, daily movement, whether it's a brisk walk, stretching, or dancing around the living room. Movement becomes more essential as we age. Regular activity reduces joint pain, boosts energy, and keeps us emotionally balanced. What's important isn't the intensity of the movement, but the consistency. A simple walk, even if it's just to the mailbox and back, is enough to lift your mood and improve your health. For instance, I know a woman in her late 60s who has chronic knee pain. Instead of resigning herself to inactivity, she began a daily routine of stretching and short walks. She now swears by how much better she feels, not just physically, but mentally too. Each movement becomes a celebration of what her body can still do. Movement doesn't need to be complicated. Even a few minutes of stretching or dancing to your favorite music will release endorphins, improve your posture, and increase your energy levels. The best part? It's a gift you give yourself every single day. They connect with others daily. One of the most profound aspects of happiness as we age is connection. It's easy to fall into isolation as we get older, especially when we retire, when children move away, or when health issues arise. But the happiest women over 70 prioritize connecting with others, no matter how small the interaction. Even a quick phone call to a friend, a chat with a neighbor, or a smile at the grocery store can nourish your soul. Social connection is essential for mental and emotional well-being, and it can make all the difference in fighting loneliness. For example, a woman I know started sending daily voice notes to her childhood friend, even if they only lasted a minute or two. Over time, this simple act became a cherished ritual. It reminded both of them that they were not alone, and it filled their hearts with joy. You don't need to have a big social circle to feel connected. Small moments of connection, whether it's a phone call, a text, or simply a smile, go a long way in creating a sense of belonging and joy. They eat intentionally. Eating after 50 isn't about depriving yourself, it's about nourishing your body with foods that support your health and make you feel good. The happiest women over 70 practice mindful eating, taking the time to savor each bite and choosing foods that enhance their physical and emotional well-being. Eating with intention means listening to your body's needs and choosing foods that provide the nutrients your body requires to thrive. It could be focusing on lean proteins, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, or it could mean drinking more water. The point is, food becomes something to savor, not rush through. For instance, I know a woman who used to skip meals due to her busy schedule. But after noticing how much more tired and irritable she was becoming, she started preparing simple, healthy meals. By slowing down and eating mindfully, she found that she felt better physically and emotionally. Taking time to appreciate the food you eat, both for its taste and its nourishment, can have profound effects on your energy and overall health. They nourish their spirit. True happiness comes not just from physical habits but from nourishing the spirit, the part of us that seeks peace, purpose, and connection. Whether through prayer, meditation, time spent in nature, or creative expression, nourishing the spirit is essential for emotional well-being. Many women over 70 have embraced daily practices that feed their inner peace. For some, it's morning meditation or journaling. For others, it's simply walking in the park and feeling the connection to nature. Whatever the practice, these moments of spiritual nourishment remind us that life is about more than the physical, it's about maintaining a sense of inner balance and connection. Take a moment each day to connect with your spirit. You may be surprised at how a few minutes of reflection or creative expression can bring a sense of calm and joy to your life. They practice forgiveness daily. Holding on to grudges and resentment only weighs down the heart. The happiest women over 70 understand the power of forgiveness, not for the other person, but for their own peace of mind. Forgiveness is not about excusing wrongdoing, it's about releasing the emotional burden that comes with holding on to hurt. Forgiving yourself and others opens up space for healing. One woman I know, after years of holding on to anger from a past conflict, decided to start practicing daily forgiveness. She began with forgiving herself for the mistakes she had made. Over time, that practice freed her from the emotional weight of resentment, bringing her a sense of peace she hadn't felt in years. Forgiveness is a daily practice, a small but mighty step towards emotional freedom. Start with one small act of forgiveness each day. It may surprise you how quickly it lightens your heart. They laugh on purpose. Laughter is often said to be the best medicine, and for good reason. It lowers stress, boosts mood, and connects us to the joy in life. The happiest women over 70 laugh on purpose. They make space for humor every day. Whether it's watching a funny movie, sharing a joke with a friend, or simply reminiscing about happy memories, laughter brings joy and lightness to every day. I have a friend who starts every morning by watching a short comedy video or reading a funny story before she begins her day. It's a small act, but it fills her heart with warmth and keeps her mood lifted. No matter your age, laughter is a powerful tool for living joyfully. Create space for it in your life. You'll find that it not only makes you feel lighter, but it also makes the people around you feel more connected. They end their day with gratitude. The happiest women know that ending the day with gratitude sets the tone for peaceful sleep and a positive mindset. Each night, they reflect on the small blessings of the day, whether it's a smile from a stranger or a moment of quiet reflection. Before going to bed, Take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't need to be grand, they can be as simple as enjoying a delicious cup of tea or spending time with a loved one. Focusing on gratitude before sleep has been shown to improve sleep quality, reduce anxiety, and increase happiness. Embracing a fuller, happier life. Happiness after 50 isn't about perfection, it's about small, daily choices that nurture the body, mind, and spirit. These 12 habits of happy women over 70 offer a blueprint for living a joyful, fulfilling life. It's never too late to embrace these habits and start living with more peace, purpose, and joy. Remember, happiness isn't a destination, it's a practice. It's about making small choices each day that lead to a more fulfilling life. You don't need to change everything overnight, but even one small habit can make a significant difference in your life.